Hello there. Um, so I'm going over to, well, I don't actually know. Just my second meal of the day. I didn't have breakfast because I woke up at 9. I worked on homework stuff until about like 11-ish or so. And, well, I did that, and I showered. So then I had breakfast. But anyways, it's close to, I say it's about 3:30-ish right now. I don't know, today's been a little weird with the time. I guess it's kind of a normal thing with the weekends. Anyway, so see I have my raincoat on here, so my umbrella. I feel like it might rain, but I'm not really, I don't know if it will or not. My Alexa speaker said it says like a 66% chance at 8. But I don't know. I looked out the window. It looks pretty gray, but I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know. Maybe the windows make it look darker than it is. Nonetheless, so I got the homework stuff done. I did the internship module. I made a version of resume. It's not perfect or finished, but it's got some of the important details on there. I send messages to like 2 or 3 different people asking like some questions about that. Say for example, like skills that they think that they. I kind of just want to get some extra feedback on that, different perspectives rather. So if I get any information back on that, I should change it. I didn't do anything for the sociology final thing, unfortunately. That's fine. I'm not too worried about it. Let's see. Yeah, and so after I eat my second meal here, I'll finish up the Minecraft video I was working on last night that I started. And then I might do the poem videos. We'll see. Probably more Minecraft ones. I'm thinking I probably want to do some kind of modded challenge one, and maybe I do an episode or 2 for season 2. Right. I'm not thinking that I'm just curious if anyone's ever seen C.S. Joseph. He's a pretty big personality typologer on YouTube. I don't necessarily agree with everything that he says or his stance on everything, especially in regards of like gender-based stuff. I don't particularly like that. I also don't like how some people who are who are like teachers or whatever of socionics, that they only accept like the two genders. They're very binary in that sort of way, and they say that there's certain like roles or whatever. I don't agree with that. I don't like that. I think that's wrong and that should not be considered as fact for it. I like, socionics and Myers-Briggs, but that's a discussion around time. That's a little off topic there, but anyway, so like I was saying, if anyone's seen C.S. Joseph, you know that he doesn't necessarily do his seasons and episodes in exact linear order. He kind of just does it more based on like whatever he feels like doing at the time. So I was thinking I'd do something similar myself with the Minecraft stuff and probably other video projects as well. So what I mean here, for example, is I'm not doing just 3 episodes for a season. That's not enough for I want to do way more than that, but I don't really feel like doing more just completely vanilla speedruns just yet. But I might be but I'd like to do some kind of modded challenge, so that maybe that might be a season 2 thing. If I do the AI Hunter, that'd be season 3. And then other stuff that I haven't even talked about, that might be like season 6 or 7. Depends on what it'll be, but anyway, we'll see. Not too worried about it. But yeah, so that's kind of what I'm thinking. What else? Oh yeah, so I was thinking just a little bit about the whole job stuff. You know, since I was trying to create some version of a resume for myself. Again, like I said, it's not like the finished product, but it's something to start out with, so that's good. And I was just thinking again of like what I said earlier in my last video, since I guess it actually got split into 2, and that was right, that I want a good work-life balance. I want things such as security, and I don't really care for having an extremely high pay. Like, also, plus if I combine this with why is this person going at the same rate as I am? It's weirding me out. Maybe they're just a slow driver. I don't know. Let's see here. Where was I at? Right, yes. If I was to combine this with living in certain areas of the world where you'd have really good healthcare system, you'd already probably get a lot of paid vacation, sick days, parental leave, stuff like that. Then then if I combine that stuff that you already set up in some other places with something like this, with a sort of like janitor type of job or something similar, then I think that's like pretty good. I may not make, again, the most amount of money, but I'm not terribly concerned about that. I just like to have, some security. Also, fairly low risk, fairly safe job, I'm sure there's, that, and plus also another really nice thing is most janitor jobs do not actually need that much previous experience. And and sometimes they prefer if you do. I have a little bit, I've had a few, I guess, including the one I have right now. So that's cool. It makes it much easier to probably get into one. Also considering the fact that they're everywhere. Most public places have at least a few of them. And also stuff like flexible, work hours. That's cool. Yeah, so just things like that. And I think, I guess the hard sort of thing of, is really just, I guess 2 things. One is that it's not, would really be something I'd be particularly passionate about, but that's fine. And 2 is that, again, I wouldn't make the most amount of money. And I guess technically 3 might be that I might not necessarily have a strong sort of connections with other people through it. But I kind of figure, what, it doesn't have to be a job thing. That can just be more interest and, my YouTube channel. I don't know how many people I'm gonna be able to connect with through this, but it might help. I'm kind of thinking, you know, if I have more available work hours, better, you know, more flexible time, you know, I could, you know, I could take time to hang out with some people, you know, do some stuff. Maybe not, you know, terribly expensive stuff, but it's fine. I'm not used to doing, you know, particularly costly things anyway, so I think I'd probably be fine on that front. But anyway, nice chat. I need to eat my second meal, so see you later.